So these are things that I want to address. And I'm scared to, because when you're doing it, it seems so innocent and not harmful. It does get in the way of spiritual growth and emotional growth and all those other things that I want to do. I want to be able to feel things. Last year I went through a gigantic breakup. I had a war with some other podcasters that got really ugly. They tried to cancel me a month there. So there's a lot of things that went on that I was just like, I'm not going to use drugs or alcohol, but I'm going to escape by just playing games and masturbating. You know what I mean? And it's like, and I'm well aware I'm doing that. But I'm now addressing those things. I do love my fans specifically because they're I've had some tough times and they've stuck by me, and I just really love every single one of them. But so I do it for them.
Thank you.
It just seems so fucking, what I mean? Like I generally don't do this. And like more, like we talked about, I do queefs and what I mean, and doing accents and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So to talk about like real things like that, it's like, I hear myself talking, I go, oh my God, you're really very vulnerable.
Here's the deal, because we're talking about how you can be an angel and how you can help people, but there might be people struggling with this stuff that are listening right now going, oh my God, he's absolutely speaking my language. I needed to hear this in order to make a change. Other people are suffering. I know when I talk about mental health stuff with me, like people are so grateful because like, oh, you don't have an Instagram life. You don't have just perfectly curated life. You struggle and you're a fuck up and you've had problems before and you've overcome them.
When those things were happening, and they happened in sequence, what I mean? It was almost as if they were happening at the same time almost. So for me, I said to myself, wow, I'm miserable and I'm just crying every day and this is fucking terrible, right? I have two options. That's it. Use again, which is not going to work, or really dive in. And I dove in. So I've been doing things that I normally wouldn't do, right? Because I'm willing, there's no other option for me.
Yeah.
Oh, the third option is to stay miserable. That's right. There's three options.
Yeah.
To stay in it or do these other two things. You know what I mean? I decided to do this. And
there's a 12-step saying to gain self-esteem, do estimable acts.
Yeah.
So you did an estimable act.
Yeah. And this year is probably one of the best years of my life.
That's awesome.
I mean, during the Super Bowl, Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer invited me to do their show, and Shane Gillis was on it, and it was like this. It's not the size of the group, but it was like there's a lot of people, like 14,000 people in this in this theater in the round, and it was the first time in a very long time where I was on stage, and I went, you know what? You deserve this. You know what I mean? You worked so hard. You've taken so many risks, and you're doing the right things in life. You know what I mean? And it was a moment of sheer joy. And not that I don't even think I did that well. I just remember being up there and looking at the crowd and going, you know what, dude? This is not egotistical to say this. I worked hard for this, and this is pure joy. And it was like incredible. So I mean, that's life. It's not going to be perfect. There's going to be some fucked up shit that happens, you know what I mean? And it's my job to figure out how I want to live in those events, and I'm 52 and I've decided to live it with joy. And don't get me wrong, like I still have to sometimes, I'll read something online. I still have to sometimes call my therapist or call my sponsor and go, this is what I'm feeling. I mean, I'm not perfect, I still sometimes slip into negative thinking and I get affected by it. But for the most part, I can't believe I survived last year and I stayed sober. It's what an unbelievable thing.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
So it's so funny when I say this right now. I'm imagining people going, fuck this guy. You know what I mean? Other this cheesy, you know, this guy's a piece of shit. You know what I mean? In my mind, for some reason I think that. Like people
I don't think that's gonna happen on the Soul Boom network.
We'll see. We'll see. You know, I'm gonna say something so cheesy, but maybe 6 months ago, I had a tough last year, really tough. So many bad things happened, and after I got through all that, I was in the bathtub taking a bath, and I was rubbing my body with soap. So cheesy, and I said to myself, "I'm so proud of you," and I wept in that bathtub, because I'm really trying.
Hey, did you like that video? Why don't you click on this one? Or maybe watch this one? Or click over here.